7 years old.
27. Man, you're good. So you're 27. So that means you got, what, 70 years? At least 70 years. You want to grow. You want to be different every day. You don't want to be stuck doing the same thing over and over, thinking the same way, capping yourself out. So you want to expand your vision about who you can become. Go to conferences, speak on the subject, become an authority in your field, okay? And then get other experts, that join you or going in the same direction. And so that's your opportunity, and you've got 70 years to do that. Okay, so it's not at 26. 26, learn everything. You want to get it on the front end, and you want to benefit on the back end. On the back end, you want to be cooling it out, You want to be hanging out with your buddies. You want to be on your yacht. You want to do all of that, okay? Still working, okay? So you got to create that, and you have the opportunity to do it.
No, luckily, I also got two strong partners. I don't know if they can raise their hands. Delphin Newell and Sunga Linger. So basically, they're working a lot of the management stuff behind the company where I can be more creative. So that is also like a tremendous help to me. And I think combining our powers together, it's a fair
You
way.
want 30 partners,
That's kind of what we need to go to.
okay? You want to be able to joint venture, partner with people, look at every avenue, create an economic base, private equity, all of that. Look at that, learn the capitalistic system. And the last piece of advice I would say is you have to be a reader. So your ideas are stuck in your subconscious. They go in your subconscious, and then they come out at night. Oh, I got this idea. Well, the only reason you got an idea is because Einstein said you cannot solve a problem with the same mindset that caused it. So you have to be a reader, put that information in there, and then it will come back to you, and then create the opportunities. Because it all starts with the idea.
Do I have one more question? Yes. Basically, what I'm wondering about is with somebody who has like a longer a run in business and everything, what has been another opportunity in time where you saw the technology was kind of making a key turning point, like we have with AI and all the digital tools that we have now, that you maybe have like a insightful example that we could take a look at of people who kind of successfully disrupted that space?
Well, I think being clear on what you do and you're using technology as a way to deliver that process, you couldn't have a better time to be alive than today because you have your own distribution network, you have access to content development, you got access to people, you can promote it, you have your own television channel, you can create your own podcasts, you can promote and market, and you can distribute, and you have your own distribution network. So imagine putting a number of partners together around that. You need talent. So it's about the talent. And who knows how to do it, who doesn't know how to do it. And also, what I try to teach is I teach people how to empower themselves. That means you show up every single day strong. Okay, only the strong survive. Nobody cares about you being weak. So you're looking at the glass half full as opposed to half empty. And your circumstances might not warrant that. You might have one parent at home, might have just a mom or whatever, might not have a dad, might not economically, you might not be there, might not be in the wrong space. You might not be in the right space. So again, you have access to technology as a way to now shore yourself up. But do you have the drive? Do you have the want to? Do you have the perseverance? Can you walk in a room and communicate effectively? And which you have. You got a great accent and all of that. Everybody here speaks well. It probably speaks 2 or 3 different languages and all that. So you have like everything. So your ability to be able to represent yourself very well, how you dress, how you carry yourself, how you look. You got 3 seconds when you walk through that door for people to size you up. So what do you represent? You're representing your family, you're representing your legacy, you're representing yourself, and it's about value. The value that you give yourself is the value the world gives you. The world sees you as you see yourself. And so where do you want to be, not now, but who you want to become 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now? That's where you create the opportunity. And technology allows you to build that digital image.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Barbara Boyd from Next Hire and 5 for Half. Can I get a round of applause?
Thank you, Jiva. Good morning,
Howard,
Mr.
good
Green.
morning. Good morning.
I'm so happy to be here. And I'm so happy that you are here. We already met shortly during breakfast this morning. I am working within the field of talent. So you were just talking about talent. I represent young, ambitious people, young, talented, high professionals from Southeast in my work, because I try to get them to work, to get them their dream job within this area. And we have a lot of biases within this district. And that's something that I'm struggling with and facing every day, as a woman of color, working in this district, working with corporate companies who are all based here in Amsterdam Southeast. And that's actually something that I wanted to ask your advice about, like how, for us as talented people, entrepreneurs in Southeast, with a lot of biases, how do we get taken seriously by these corporate companies that we are trying to change their mindset on a daily basis?
I don't think it's about changing other people's mindsets. I think you do that when you show up correctly. And then I think it's about changing your own mindset about who you are. Again, it takes me 3 seconds to size you up when you walk through that door, or most people. And so how do you show up? You know, do you have a command of the field that you're in? Are you good at what you do? Are you an expert in what you do? Michael Jordan doesn't have to ever apologize. You heard of Michael Jordan, right? Of course. He doesn't have to apologize for being a basketball player. You know, he can go anywhere and compete anywhere in the world. So you want to have that confidence. And so sometimes it requires reprogramming yourself. But what I learned is that the process of success is the same for everybody. And it's not how the world defines me. I get defined by, most people don't know what I do. So I get defined by myself. I grew up with low self-esteem, lack of confidence in myself, defined by race, so I went through all of that. Took me about 31 years to realize, it's not about the color of your skin. The problem is you don't know who you are. People all around the world are making things happen. Look what you're doing here in Amsterdam. So it's possible for you to do it. And there's a process for it. And it's collective in this building right here, which is a great opportunity. So it's really personal, professional development, working on that, working on the programming, because the world will define you by your gender and tell women you can't make it because it's a man's world. No, you can't make it because you don't know who you are. And you're defined by race. Again, that's never going to change. The color of your skin doesn't change. But when you change the way you think and feel about yourself, and if you're looking for freedom, you'll never find it on the outside. Freedom is only on the inside. So this is an inside job. It's not an outside job. Whoever you let define you will always define you as less than them. So you always have to focus on your own definition of who you are and create your own value. And that's an internal process. It is very difficult to do that and where you are in an educational system that doesn't teach you that, or you don't have parents that teach you that. They're passing on historical baggage. Now, parents did the best they could based on what they knew. If they'd have known better, they'd have done better. They don't know any better. They're just doing the best they can possibly do. So you're in talent development, human resources, that business.
Creating jobs for
Creating
people.
jobs. So it's also about creating mindsets and changing the way people think and feel about themselves. Again, focusing on learning, developing, building, creating, and designing your own future and being good at that. And you're looking for the best talent. So that's, that's what we do through the 9-step success process. And identity leadership, again, is self-leadership, and based on the philosophy that you can't lead anybody else until you first lead yourself. So to me, it's all self. And it's working on self every single day. So the more you have, the more you can give. You can't drink from an empty cup. You can't give what you don't have. So if you don't have it for yourself first, then it's hard to have it for anybody else.
Wow. Thank you so much. I'm going to go up to the office, and I have a lot of work to do still.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have Mohammed Boukir on the stage? Can I have a round of applause also?
Very much. Can I say Burik?
Boukir, I'm so sorry.
It's almost the same. Good morning.
Excuse my seat. My pleasure.
How are you doing?
Good.
Tremendous questions and tremendous answers. At the moment, you give Shaquille some gifted advice. I felt like a 50-year-old young boy. I needed some advice as a 50-year young boy. The same, like something like I have also dreams, and I'm 50, and I'm a sort kind of tremendous phase in a tremendous level in my life. And when I'm 70 years old, which advice do I have to follow? To look back to my life as a 70 years young boy, and what did I did with my skills?
Yeah, I think if I can understand your question, I think creating meaning in your life every day, so your life is meaningful, and focusing on, again, I think love is the most powerful word in the world, and using that as a barometer for creating opportunity. Because I don't know how you do it with hate. I don't know how you do it with negativity. I don't know how you do it with bad energy. But focusing on that every day, going back to that all the time will get you a great life. So that one word is an incredible word to be able to create your whole life around that. Your talents, your skills, what you want to do, what you're going to do with your day, the attitude that you have, the energy that you're creating. And I have to force myself to do that because the foundation of my existence is negative, and it's in my subconscious. So if I'm just sitting here, I'm looking at the glass half empty as opposed to half full. The transformation is always love. So I have to remember that, because I can pull up negativity anytime, and I have to manage it all the time. So I can talk about it, but it's in my DNA, it's in my subconscious. And I have to realize that, and then always think about what I'm going to do, or think about what I'm going to say, and then change it, turn it around, okay? And so, again, I go back to that, always love in your life. So whether you're 50 or whether you're 70, that's the commonality that's going to get you happiness.
Stay in love.
No question.
All right. I raised up in the northern of Amsterdam. I live now in New West, the other part of Amsterdam, and I work also in Southeast. Our department is supporting entrepreneurs on the field. Entrepreneurs who have already a business, but also people who want to become an entrepreneur. And if we look to these three districts, North, Southeast, and also New West, we see a lot of talents, gifted people, young people, but also
Of course.
people for my age who want to be an entrepreneur on a later stage in their lives. And what we see, they deal with a lot of challenges. Some of them has a background like me, so Moroccan from Moroccan roots. I was born in Morocco, but I raised up here in Amsterdam. And some of the youngsters are born here and raised up here. And now I have the question for you. And if you look, you have a unique career path that intersects with leadership, education, and personal development. What is one of the lessons you learned that most people overcome when it comes to the final purpose of success? Especially for these youngsters who are living in these three districts with a lot of challenge, social economic challenge,
Yeah.
but also a challenge of their own self-esteem. Through this question, what can you give them to don't overlook their
And the empowerment is never going to be in negative thinking. So you have to believe that you can actually do it, and you got to be consistent with that, and you got to learn that, and you're going to have challenges, and you have to overcome those challenges. You're not a failure when you fall down. You're only a failure when you get back up. So, I mean, you're not a failure when you fall down. You're only a fail when you don't get back up. So your ability to keep getting back up over and over and over and over again is wow. If you can do that and don't quit, that's an amazing trait to have in your life.
And how can you make up those challenges? Because the mind shift, especially for these youngsters who are living mostly with other youngsters with the same challenges. Which thing can you pin in that mindset to staying believing in
It's hard. It's hard. And it's hard when you're in a collective. Everybody's thinking the same way. It's difficult. And you're around people that are negative, and you just pick it up. So you got to force yourself out of it. You kind of have to kind of read and educate yourself out of it for the most part. So, it's pretty much the answer. So that's what we try to do, is go in and get people to change the way they think and give them a process they can follow, because I don't think you could do it, but it's really difficult to do it by yourself.
what can you advise?
That's why you have 8 billion people that are pretty much stuck, because they're stuck, programmed to do the same thing over and over every single day and not work on themselves, not take control of their own development, not own themselves.
What can you advise governmental organizations like us to do for those youngsters to help them in that sort of kind of
Well, you
purpose?
have to have a course, a program. So that's what we do. We try to teach people how to do that, or somebody who knows, and are trained to actually improve their life. And it's a small step process. You don't jump from here to here. You first have to learn how to read well. Organize yourself. It helps if you got great parents. It helps if you, economically have the money to be able to, go to different programs, experience different things, all of that. So it's a combination of all of that working together, not one thing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you, Mohamed Bourik. My apologies for mispronouncing your last name. It's important we do that. We have a last question,
Okay?
and the last person who will pronouncing your last name. It's important we do that. We have a last question.
Okay?
Van Eyck, the stage.
Morning, how are you?
Nice to meet you. Thank you, Brian. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm working for Hoorn en Vastgoed. We are a real estate company who's in the north of Holland. We have a lot of real estate here in Southeast.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and Southeast is in developing. You've seen the construction cranes, I think, when you come here.
I saw them, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. It's going through a lot of developments, new houses, new offices, social facilities. And how do you develop a district while keeping the essence, the identity of Southeast, with all the new, new buildings, but also with new people who are coming over and living in Southeast?
Well, I don't know that much about, the background other than you're talking about gentrification.
Yeah.
I think you just are going to have that as you create more value because people respond to value. I think I'm more interested in changing the way people think about themselves so they can create more value in their life, so they can live anywhere, do anything they want to do. So I would say that, and community is very important, so I would say that also leadership is very important, and politically all of it's designed and set up already, years before this even starts. So, I mean, it was already predetermined what this is going to look like and where the people were going to go and, all of that. And what kind of jobs you're going to have and how you support the community in the area. So a lot of times it doesn't make any difference what you think, how you think it should be. It's already designed structurally and sometimes politically to get exactly what is being created. But I just like the idea of being able to change the way you think and feel about yourself and improve the people's value based on who they are, and not have the same mindset that that you had before that causes you to be in the situation that you're in. And I know I went through that transformation of changing the way I think and feel about myself, understanding the process of success, understanding the capitalistic system, putting all of that together around my skill sets and talents and abilities. And that to me, wow, if you can do that with the people, you have something special.
Thank you. If you, are you familiar with Southeast?
Not a lot, no.
Okay, but do you have something in the USA as we can look at a part of Chicago or?
Yeah, I think again, Chicago, we suffer from the same thing, is that you have all these talented people,
Yeah.
and it's pretty sad in a lot of ways because young people are not being educated properly. The leadership is not strong enough to be able to serve those communities in the way they should be served. A lot of sometimes, the crime rate goes up. We have shootings in Chicago, probably 40 over the weekend. I mean, crazy stuff, even higher than that. So it's about the people. So if you can educate the people and
good
create
facilities.
jobs and
Yeah.
training facilities and show people how to expand their potential,
Yeah.
wow, that's the piece that's missing. And that's pretty much all over the world.
Yeah. Okay.
So and I think this country has the opportunity to really do that. I mean, this is a great example of it working. You just have so many smart, intelligent people with a lot of potential that's being wasted because they don't work on themselves. They don't take control of their own the development. In 21st century, this is the age of identity and the age of purpose. So to be able to find your purpose, find out what you do well, work on that, and then self-educate yourself. In addition to the educational system, you know, everything starts with education. And so that should be a big component in addition to what you're building. These buildings that you're building and changing, the educational system has to also be strong.
Yeah, and how to grow up the kids, with a good start, and then, they go further and further. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a social economic
Yeah.
development
Yeah.
issue, yeah.
Yeah, we have also buy some old offices, and we are now building social facilities in it. And then the next part is then we can start with developing the whole district around the two shopping centers. So yeah.
I think actually you could be, you know, the leader for a global initiative, you know, based on creating this, a structural program that you can create a model from that you can actually take anywhere. And this is a great model right here. When I came into here and saw the offices and all of that, saw the target population that they're focused on, realizing that you have all of this underdeveloped talent, and people represent so many other different cultures and countries. To be able to put that together in a model and disseminate that anywhere in the world through using technology and partnership as a base, that's leadership.
Thank you.
Mr. Graham, can I add to your answers to the lady? Because in Chicago, Mr. Obama is creating an island for solution with the Obama Center that's going to be finished soon. And it would be great if this lady could help us in Southeast to build on the OBA Next. We're getting this building in Southeast. If you can help us invest to get the program like Mr. Stedman has helped us create. I, for myself, do Inner Gold, a training for young people on self-leadership. Cyril Geutz was one of them. Baby steps, you said to him. He made Loverboy, the film, and now is on to his 3 other films because Mr. Stedman advised him, don't go to Hollywood like half of the world. Stay here, finish your studies, work within the content of your family. He did just that. So if you and I and all of us could build on OBA Next to create our own Obama Center here in Southeast with our own things that we need and the skills we build with all the question askers, we can do that. I
Nice.
just wanted to add. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I want to continue on that because we're building here. This is the Extra Mile. I don't know if you're familiar with it. So we are actually doing it ourselves, and you're welcome to join and build on our own. And of course, it's nice to collaborate also with Judith as well. But we shouldn't be dependent, I think. So actually, if I look around here in this room, we are already doing it.
First of all, thank you, Judith, for coming on stage and asking the questions. Can I have a round of applause for Judith? And now I would like to open up the session, the Ask Me Anything session, for the public. So thank you for the addition to the answer. Thank you, Ryan. And if anyone has a question you would like to ask Mr. Graham, please raise your hand. I will come through with the microphone. We have 10 minutes, so I will do three people with short questions, 2 with long. I will go over there. If you would like to state your name, so that everyone knows who you are, and then you can ask your question.
Good morning. My name is Siomara de Getrouwe Spalburg. And one of the questions... Okay.
Mag applaus voor de Siomara.
Thank you. Good morning. Um, One of my questions would be with regards to ownership. If we talk about leadership, if we talk about knowledge, what would you say to us as a community here in Amsterdam Southeast with regards to ownership? And then I'm talking about real estate, I'm talking about homes. What can you recommend or advise us with regards to ownership?
Well, it's a leadership issue, number one. It's a structural issue, a political issue sometimes, of being able to structure the community based on your needs. Community should be about supporting individuals become successful. They should provide the opportunity at a local level. So you have community, you have citywide, you have statewide, you have country, and then you have the global marketplace. So all of it should be about applying the resources and opportunities to your own personal and professional development around your specific expertise. So you're in the financial,
Yep.
tell us what you're in.
I'm a certified financial planner
Right.
and talk with entrepreneurs, but also with private people about making a plan, having a goal for themselves, to know what their wishes and their goals are, and to create a strategic plan to be able to reach that. And ownership, investing, is a big part of that.
And how big is that opportunity for you? I mean, financial planning is what? It's worldwide.
It's worldwide.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So you should be able to organize worldwide resources that are relevant to your local community, that allows you to have the kind of information that makes you successful, that creates social economic development for yourself and your clients, right? That you can pass down and create a legacy around that.
Absolutely.
Okay? And disseminate that in a scalable model, right? If you want to write about it, you can write and publish it. Or you can build courses around that. You can use technology as a way to deliver that content. You can do virtual training, right? You can do all of that. That's just you.
Yeah, yeah.
So if everybody was able to use that same model as a way to enhance their value, and they all resided in the community, then that is basically collectively how you build communities.
And achieve that.
And they give back and they hire young people and they train young people and they become interns and they develop a process of productivity, and then you have less crime, you have less problems, and all of that. So, and then if you put health with that,
Yeah,
as a way to provide opportunities for people to be healthy, and you had good food
yeah,
and all of that, that's a pretty good model.
absolutely. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Xiomara. We have room for one more question. So, there's a lot of questions. I saw a hand all the way over. Yeah, so we're going to do you. Yes, no, behind, yeah. If you can state your name, your occupation, then we have like 2 minutes for a great question. Yes?
Hi,
How are you? My pleasure.
I'm Rivaldo McAndrew. I have a startup where we are busy with debt collection. So my question is pretty simple actually. I want to introduce a new way, a more peaceful way of debt collection, and introducing like unifying the industry. But the thing is, the way we're gonna do it is more peaceful than the normal route. So basically, how can I do this without challenging the status quo, if that makes sense?
Okay, repeat that again.
Okay.
A little bit.
So yeah, I have a startup where we help people with debt, right? Because I struggled with it myself, and I want to unify the industry and introduce a more peaceful way of debt collection, where we actually teach people how to budget and all of that. And the end goal is to not work with like the big debt collectors anymore, but when you have like debt, we introduce you to budgeting and just help you on your way again. So what's the best way to do that without challenging the status quo so people cut me out as?
Yeah. I think localizing everything, again, I go back to self-empowerment as a way to find out what you do well and using that process that you have as a way to help people become good in that particular area, or find other people that can actually help them become better at what they do. So to me, it's, but you know, teaching people how to find out who they are, so they have that skill set, and then using what you do as a way to provide value around that is, to me, important.
I think I got it.
Okay?
Yes, thank you.
My pleasure.
Okay, well, thank you so much for answering questions, sharing valuable knowledge, and for asking these valuable questions. And we're doing it together for forming a community. This will be the end of the AMA Ask Me Anything session. So I would like to have a big round of applause for Mrs. Stephen
Thank you so
Graham.
much. No problem.
Thank you so much. You can have a seat because we have a segment where it's entertainment, and
Okay.
Southeast wouldn't be Southeast if we didn't do some entertainment at the end. So you can have a seat, and I
pleasure,
will
okay.
announce. Sorry?
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you so much.
My
Thank you.
pleasure. You were so good. Thank you so much.
So for now, I would like to get on the stage again, Astrid Reder with a poet. So can I have a round of applause for Astrid Reder?
Nou, daar zijn we weer. Mijn gedicht is in het Nederlands. En dus de Engelse vertaling is here on the stage. It's in Dutch, my poem. So the English is over there. Geluk is een reis. Als je wil dat alles anders moet zijn, dan moet je gaan zoeken naar nieuw terrein. Want diep in de geest, daar oordelen wij het meest. Het is als een lange trap oplopen en op goede toekomst hopen. Daar waar je een ander zijn mening niet los kan laten. En waar het vertrouwen vol zit met gaten. Waar zwart en wit heerst in wat wij willen geloven. En waar we elkaar van alles willen beloven. Op een pad dat je nooit won. Daar zien we kleur, kleren, taal. En missen we elkaars verhaal. Sta daarom stil en voel het leven om je heen. Kijk naar de bladeren of de vorm van een steen. Voel de richting van iemand anders zijn verhaal, waar de zon ontwaakt en begrip ons raakt. Daar voel je de ritme van ieders hart, als een kunstwerk zo apart. Want een gemeenschap is een kostbaar goed. Het is een verbinding van mensen die elkaar steeds voedt. Daar zijn wij als sterren in de nacht, in een hemel vol met pracht. En weet je dat er altijd iets nieuws op je wacht. Hoe je je leven dan ook leidt, het is een keuze op een weg vol licht. Heb daarom respect voor elkaar. Zie het als een plicht. En koester elk menselijk gezicht.
Thank you, Astrid. Thank you so much. Beautiful.
This is
Oh.
back in 2016 when Stedman was training Judith, right there.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, my. 2016. Beautiful.
There she goes on stage there in the arena.
Mooi. Can I have another round of applause for Astrid, please? Thank you so much. Next up. Oh, there she goes again. I love it. Next up, I would like to introduce someone who's very well known in Southeast. She's one of Southeast's finest, the Lady of Jazz. I would, leave it up to. Can I please have a warm, welcoming round of applause for Graciela Hunso Rivero.
Thank you, Jiva. Good morning, Mr. Stedman, and welcome in the most beautiful district of Amsterdam, Amsterdam Southeast. And it's an honor to have you here with us. Good morning, beautiful professionals. How are you this morning? Dat is wat ik wil horen. How are you this morning? So I was listening to all the beautiful stories and your advice, and while I was listening to you, something came to mind, and I'm going to ask you my question. In which phase of your own life you became aware of your own power, and when did you begin to work with that power?
This is so good. I think the biggest change for me is finding out what I wanted to do in my life, which is what I'm doing right now. And to learn how to utilize the capitalistic system as a way to build value around that. And learning also, a lot of people define me by my relationship, of course, and learning that it's really not how the world defines you, it's how you define yourself. And realizing that the 1% of the people in the world who really focus on their own self-empowerment, work on themselves, and then they get back. So learning those things changed my life.
Well, thank you so much for this beautiful question.
Yeah, and
thank you so much.
and also the fact that I would add, I've had somebody around me, a good partner that was able to, I learned so much from. And I was able to self-actualize my own potential because she was trying to discover that for herself.
A wonderful combination, a blessing in life.
Absolutely.
Of course. Ja, ga ik zo doen. I'm going to take the stage, don't worry. Every one of us here in this audience, we are aware of our own power. And the song that I'm going to sing this morning for you is about finding your own power and working with your own power. But before I'm going to sing this song, you're going to help me. This is the morning. I know maybe your voice is going to be a little bit rough, but I'm going to ask you to help sing this one with me. I sing and you will repeat. Listen up. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Come on. That sounded good. We're gonna do it one more time. Listen up. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Very good. This song is called, thank you. It's called Just Me. So if you can give me a little more high in the mic, a little bit more galm and pump up the power, then we're going to round up this beautiful event organized by Joel and the Extra Mile. Give it up for Joel and the Extra Mile, please. Let's go. Feel put your heart into what you want. That's no, 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 just go, go like a race car, you're on a roll. And when you reach that finish, you're gonna touch higher ground. See yourself in the mirror and say, this is just what I want. Come on. I am just me. I've got the power of me. I am just me. I've got the power of me. I am just me. I am just me. I've got the power of me. I am just me. I've got the power of me. I am just me. Come on, everybody, let's go. Na na na. Come on. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Who am I? And who are you? Day to day, pulling through. If you know your final goal, just go ahead. Come on, and show them what you know. Let's go. Hey, got big dreams and small dreams. Put your heart into what you want. Come on. That's no, no, no. Just go, go like a race car. You're on the roll. Come on, side O's. Let me see you go. And when you reach that finish, you're gonna touch higher ground. See yourself in the mirror. Say, this is just what I want. Come on. I am just me. I've got the power of me. I am just me. I've got the power of me. I am just me. I am just me. I've got the power of me. I am just me. I've got the power of me. I am just me. Yeah. Ik ga jullie één ding vertellen. Dit lichaam en die geest die je vandaag de dag inloopt. You got only one chance to make that impact. So do it every day. So let me hear you say, yeah. Let's make impact for Amsterdam Side O's. Come on, let's shift the narrative. Let me hear you say, yeah. Let's go. Me, I've got the power of me. I am just me. I've got the power of me. I am just me. Come on, let's go. I am just me. I've got the power of me. Goedemorgen. I am just me. I've got the power. Yeah. Goeie, je bent rustig. Come on, let's let's go. Na 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 na. Come on. Na 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 na. Come on. Na 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 na. One more time. Come on. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na na na. One more time. Na 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 na. Ooh, thank you. Thank you.
So good.
Okay, everyone. Na 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 na. I love you, Graciela. Can I have one more round of applause for Graciela Hunso Rivero? Beautiful. With this, we have to end this AMA session, and I think I can speak for everyone when I say it has been amazing. It has been valuable. It has been wonderful, and thank you, Side O's, for showing up. We really showed up, showed out, and thank you again, Stedman Graham, for coming, for talking with us, for sharing your knowledge. The team, thank you so much. The breakfast was wonderful. Is Moed nog hier? Moed is... We had a wonderful breakfast session, so thank you also for that. The Extra Mile, Ryan Weibel, Joel Letang, Lucy, everyone in the production, thank you so much. And the lead-in, yes, the lead-in. We can clap for that. Thank you so much. With this, we have to end it, but I would not say it's the last of shifting the narrative. We will have more sessions. So with that being said, I would like to refer to the next slide, if it's coming. Yeah, oh my God, it worked. Okay, the next slide. We've been filming this entire session, and we'll be posting it on YouTube, which will be the longer version. So if you haven't had the chance to take any notes, you can scan this QR code and watch the full session. Otherwise, you can also get on LinkedIn and check the shorter versions. And then for the next slide, yeah. Tell us, who would you like to see at the next Shifting the Narrative session? We had the great Stedman Graham already, so we can do a lot of more great people who can give us any advices or share their knowledge with us. And with that being said, I would like to end the session by saying thank you for having me also. My name has been and will always be Jiva Sparkle. Thank you so much, Joel, for trusting me with this. Thank you again, Stedman Graham. And you want a picture of me? Oh, the vorige slide. She want the QR code, Thank you so much. And I have an announcement. It wouldn't be Southeast again if we don't have the minder leuke announcements. There are some cars outside that are parked not so good. So if you are the person who are, let's go get rid of the cars. But thank you again. Have a nice day, and I hope this was a great start of your morning. Thank you so much.
And if you don't want to leave yet, we have some coffee right there, and tea, and some snacks. So please don't leave yet if you don't want to.